It's now time for the VP Playback. Let's go!
The year was 1988. That was the last time the Elizabethton Cyclones were able to defeat the Dobyns-Bennett Indians. Here's the 88 team, but unfortunately we don't have the Indians footage, but there is Corey Davis there. There's some footage against Science Hill, and there's Fleener pass to Mr. Travis Johns, Hollywood there. And then, of course, you know, we're going to show big number 26. There's DJ Red taking it into the end zone for the touchdown. As also in 1988, as you can see, Cyclone celebrating. The Mighty Indians played volunteer, and Coach Joey Christian played for that volunteer team. That's the last time the Cyclones beat Dobyns-Bennett.
Okay, let's go to Kingsport, Tennessee, home of the Dobyns-Bennett Indians, and the Indians are marching onto the field with the mighty, mighty flag there. And as we mentioned, in 1980 is the last time the Elizabethton Cyclones were able to beat the Dobyns-Bennett Indians. Of course, I happen to be on that 1988 Cyclones team as the Cyclones march onto the field as they get ready and prepare, listening to the humongous Dobyns-Bennett band, which takes up the entire stadium there, as the Cyclone band waits quietly for their turn to be able to play some tunes. And hopefully they'll be playing a lot with some Cyclone touchdowns, but we'll have to just find out as the captains of both teams approach the center of the field, shaking hands, and high expectations for this game as the ball goes high in the sky and it goes right by Jariah, right into the end zone for the Cyclones. And Rhett Slagle gets things started, passes it off to Jariah Griffith. Jariah with a little bit of move and groove there, and he takes to the 6-yard line for a good start. This time they hand it off to Zeph Mullins. Zeph finds a little room and he takes it for the first down. Excellent start for the Cyclones. This time they decide to give it back to Zeph Mullins. Zeph Mullins shifts his way outside. He goes, nice move down the sideline for a first down. Takes it close to the 45-yard line. Now into Indians territory, but they're backed up because of a penalty. So Rhett Slagle this time decides to hand it off to Hosier and try something new, but down in the backfield he goes. He's dumped by number 12, Caden Kilbacki. And this time they hand it off to Hosier again, and Hosier has nowhere to go, and he's dumped in the backfield by a tribe of Indians. Cyclones deep in their own territory. Passes it off to Jariah Griffin. Jariah is off to the races. Nice little move there. And he dashes his way to midfield for the Cyclones. And he dusts himself off. He says, yes, sir. That's how you get things started and rolling. Speaking of rolling, they roll it back off to Jariah Griffin, and he takes it for first down inside the 40-yard line. Beautiful scenery there from the stadium. Dobyns-Bennett. Anyway, Rhett Slagle goes in the air and he finds across the middle, he finds Karen Baker, takes it to the 30-yard line, puts him in excellent field position. This time Rhett Slagle dashes it, passes it to number 11. There he is, Eli Blevins, takes it to the 20-yard line, and Cyclones are on the move, and you got Mullins. Oh, but ball gets loose. Ball gets loose, and it's a turnover. Believe it or not, the Cyclones fumble. I don't even know the last time I've mentioned the Cyclones fumbling the ball. Anyway, turns the ball over, as you can see there in slow motion. Just unable to hold on to the ball, gives the ball off to the Dobyns-Bennett Indians, and they decide to keep the ball on the ground, and they have nowhere to go, but he gets popped hard by Jariah Griffin. Oh my goodness, that was a hard hit that he took. This time, they fake it off, and Hurd rolls out, and he finds a receiver, and there he goes. Number, looks like 13, that was Tyler Taylor, but ball gets loose and it's down on the ground, and Hosier seems to have the ball, and the ball's turned back over to the Elizabethton Cyclones. Cyclones pretty sure they got it. Hosier not letting anybody get that ball away from him, and he ends up with the ball right there. You see it, and the ball's turned over for the Cyclones. Cyclone fans, cheering. And all that orange. Cyclones with new life. As you can see there in slow-mo, the ball gets loose with Hosier falling on it. Score remains 0-0. This time Slade finds Jariah Griffith down the sideline, and he takes it for a first down close to the 10-yard line. As the end of the quarter, Cyclone 0, Indian 0. And oh boy, we have a good one here. Second quarter, Slagle finds Jariah Griffith, but ball gets loose. It up to the hands of the Indians, and ball gets loose again. Then it ends up in the hands of the Indians again. That's Giant, and ball gets loose again. I believe after Jariah fumbles it, he ends up recovering the fumble. So he fumbles the ball, recovers the ball, puts it back in the hands of the Cyclones. But look, they're deep, back. But when you've got my man, number 7, wanting to take it to heaven, Zeph Mullins taking inside the 10-yard line, he gets them back into the territory where they once were. But unfortunately, not much they could do but bring on Bowers. And Bowers has that good foot to put it through the uprights for a field goal. 3 points on the board. Cyclones able to score first. 9:27 left in the second quarter. This time snap back to Hurd. Hurd goes in the air. He finds the receiver. There he is, Taylor. And Taylor dashes off close to the 30-yard line, puts it in Cyclone territory. Boom, and he arrows it in for the first. This time Hurd drops back, looks, pump fakes, decides to keep it, but boom, he's still dumped behind the line of scrimmage by the Cyclones. This time Will Hurd. Oh, fourth down, and it gets deflected by those big paws of Mason Ball. Cyclone fans in the orange feeling good about it. Anyway, Red Slagle rolls out, and he finds Jariah. Jariah had a great game as he takes to midfield. And Rhett's kind of limping a little bit, but he's a tough guy. I've been watching that guy play since he was Pee-wee ball, and he's going to stay in the game this time. He finds a Hosier. Hosier decides to take a little pressure off Rhett, takes up the middle for the first down, close to the 30-yard line. This time, Red Slagle seems like he's got fresh legs again. He rolls, but he scrambles. The ball gets loose, and it gets back, turned over into the hands of Dobyns-Bennett. As you can see, big number 59, McVeigh, takes the ball, gives the ball back over to the Dobyns-Bennett Indians as they have new life, and they decide to keep it on the ground. Pounding ground. That's the game they're playing with. Braden Simpson taking right up the middle. This time, Will Hurd decides to keep it on the ground because it seems to be working real good for him, but he gets to another running back. That's number 22. And that was Franklin there, but this time Hurd decides to go in the air. He finds across the middle, but it's deflected and denied. But it's fourth down. Dobyns-Bennett Indians, they're not going to punt. They're too close. Anyway, inside the 30, decide to go high in the sky, and it is deflected. Ball gets knocked down by the Cyclones. And the Big Orange roll again as they roll, I believe, into halftime with the score 3-0. Cyclones on top, and there's the big, mighty Dobyns-Bennett band as we would give you a little taste of it, but we've got so much to cover, so I believe we're going to have to get right back in the game. But Dobyns-Bennett able to get the ball first into the third quarter, and they hand it off, and he's got a little bit of wiggle room, and number 24 somehow opens the door for more yardage as he boulders his way in. That was Hayden, but this time nowhere to go. As you can see, sneaking in there, Mason Ball. Somehow he made a miraculous tackle there. Incredible play there. But they decided to keep the ball on the ground, and they give it back to 24 Hayden. He busts it up the middle for the first down. Tide is rolling. And Indian tribe, rather not the tide, the tribe is rolling. But as I'm running my mouth, number 24 gets stuffed. Hayden gets stuffed. This time they got his number. And Hosier says, all right, hey, it's our ball. He said, give me the ball. Give me the ball. Ref says, give me the ball. It's not your ball. He was already down. The ground caused the fumble. Anyway, hand it off to Hayden. This time, nowhere to go. Cyclones now got his number. They're not letting anything else get by them. But Hurd says, you know what? I'm going to go in the air and just get a little pass across the middle to Taylor. Taylor knows what to do with the speed as he takes it into the end zone for the Dobyns-Bennett Indians. Touchdown! And the light show begins to flash, baby. They've been waiting all night for the light show, and the Dobyns-Bennett Indians, the cheerleaders, the band, everybody in the stadium is going crazy. And you can see there's Taylor celebrating with his teammates there on the sidelines. Dobyns-Bennett Indians up 7-0 7-3, 7-11 left in the third quarter. Now, Cyclones playing from behind. They decide to hand it off to Hosier. Hosier busts up the middle, and he takes it to midfield. Great game for Caleb Hosier. This time, Rhett rolls out. He finds a receiver. Who could it be? This time it's Luke Whaley as he takes it near the 25-yard line. Gives Cyclones a lot of hope, and they got the big package in, and they go Wildcat for Jariah Griffin. He gets it in for the touchdown, but wait a minute. Oh, my goodness. And it's on the Cyclones, so you know what? Coach Whitney decides to do field goal team. Bauer says, I got you covered. Puts it up right between the uprights. Once again, 3 points on the board, but that's not enough to tie it up. They're down by 1, 7-6, Dobyns-Bennett Indians. Anyway, Hurd high in the sky, and he gets it picked off by, that is Wallen. Wallen picks it off there. And that gives new hope for the Cyclones. And you see the whiteout crew there. And there's Zion Reddick leading the whiteout crew. But he's got his dark jacket on there. He's trying to stand out. He thinks he's the Michael Jackson of the whiteout crew there. Anyway, Betsy Band is playing, and they're filling it. Fourth quarter, down 1 point. 1 quarter to go. Can Cyclones get a score? Well, you can if you got a guy like that, Mr. Zeph Mullins, who's just been running all up and down the field as he takes it down the sideline, and he could go all the way inside the 10-yard line. Sets up the Cyclones for a possibility to get a touchdown. Field goal, something, but something that can get them ahead of the Dobyns-Bennett Indians. Anyway, Cyclone fans, they are ecstatic. And wait a minute, Wynn's just not happy with what's going on here. He says, call a timeout. Come on, just bring it over to the side. You ain't ready. He said, what? Timeout. That's right, call a timeout. Set up, figure out what you're going to do. In the meantime, Dobyns-Bennett band gives a little entertainment during the timeout, but in the meantime, Jariah Griffith with the ball. Wide open, nice little jiggle move into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones. The orange out crowd going crazy. The white out crowd going crazy. Zions on his phone there. I don't know if he's paying attention there, but Cyclones taking the lead. Bands playing. Chili's excited. But you know what? They're going for 2. They're in the Wildcat. Give it back to Jariah Griffith. He dives over into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That gives them a 14-7 lead, and they are going crazy in Dobyns-Bennett land. That's right, the Cyclones now in control. Clapping. Well, let's take a little VP playback. Replay. Dobyns slowly goes over into the end zone. Beautiful play by Jariah Griffith. 7-14 Cyclones. 10 minutes left in the game. But you know what? Dobyns-Bennett Indians, they're not going to give up. They're in their house. They said, you're not going to come in the house. We don't care if you haven't played us in 20 years or haven't won since 1988. What we're going to do is try to march right down the field. As you can see, they're into Cyclones territory. But wait a minute. Hurd is hurt. They got to bring in the backup. I thought Gib Moppin was going in, but they put in, I believe that's Sykes they put in, and he runs the play, hands it off to his running back. Number 24, Haynes, he busts up the middle. They get a little bit closer this time. Will Hurd back into the game. He rolls out. He decides to keep it, and he lets it scamper right out of bounds. But boom! It's out of late hands. You can see the yellow flags flying and falling like the rain. Oh, my goodness, this could be crucial. But wait a minute. They wave it off. But you know what? I believe it's time for a VP playback. Let's look in slow motion to see exactly what happened. There is boom. As you can see, Zev got bumped and he slipped, and he did not intentionally mean to hit him. You can see his hands was in the air. He wasn't even trying to attack him. So no flag. But anyway, Hurd on the roll, keeps it, and he works hard to get it inside the 20-yard line. And the Dobyns-Bennett Indians, all they need is a score. They possibly could tie or even take the lead. They go for 2. But anyway, Taylor got the first touchdown. He takes it inside the 10-yard line, and oh boy, the band is rolling. They're feeling it. The cheerleaders are feeling it too. They're trying to get their crowd hyped up because they're just 10 yards away from a touchdown as Will Hurd rolls out, and he finds a receiver, and he caught it. That's number 7. This time, Will Hurd rolls out. Oh, but it's picked off by Jariah Griffith, which seems to be the Superman of the game there. An incredible interception. And all you need is 1 foot in high school. So Jariah Griffith, Cyclones. Oh my goodness, they could take the win. The whiteout crew as they get pumped. Jariah Griffith getting pumped by his team. But you know what? Let's take a look at this play again as we bring you the VP playback replay. Let's go. There he is, Hurd rolling out, throws it up. Jariah Griffith jumps up, and he's able to keep 1 foot in, which makes it legal in high school. Interception. 4:42 left. Cyclones up by a touchdown. All they got to do is keep running the ball and getting first downs. And you know you can do that if you give it to that right there. That guy, Zev Mullins, he's had an incredible game. This time to give it to Jariah Griffith. Gives Zev a little break. Jariah takes it close to the 45-yard line. But you know what? Zev says, you know what? We've been pounding and grounding all day. I'm going to put it into this. So he puts his stamp on it, smartly just lays himself down. That way time can keep ticking. And boy, it does. And the Cyclone fans know what's about to happen. The Elizabethton Cyclones are about to walk out of this stadium with a victory. And you see Red Slick, all he's got to do is down it. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it. The Elizabethton Cyclones, after over 30 years, defeat Dobyns-Bennett Indians in their home. They take the victory 14-7. You can see the Cyclones beginning, the football team running to the band there as they begin to cheer and celebrate. Cyclone. Let's go. Y'all can say hey, y'all can say ho. Get the party started, Cyclone. Let's go. Everybody in the house, get 'em up, get 'em up. Everybody at the party, throw your hands up now.